back to my channel. Today we are going to be touring my Ever After High School in Bloxburg. Now before I get into this, I just wanted to say that this is an interpretation of the school. Obviously I'm not going to be able to get the dimensions right of the school. It's Bloxburg. It would be really tricky and I wouldn't be able to fit everything that I wanted to fit into it if I did go by the actual dimensions. So I just want to say that first. This is not a replica, this is an interpretation. They're very different. I also just wanted to say that this video is going to be in 4 separate parts, not in this actual video, but on my channel. So this part is going to be touring my main school, then we're going to have the second part, which is going to be for lockers, third part will be for all the dorms, and the fourth part will be for the extra activities that students can do. So I'm going to have a whole separate plot for that. I'm working on it right now. I'm not really sure when that will be out. Another thing that I wanted to add is that this is actually a build that you guys can get involved with yourselves. So if you go to the link in my description, there should be a little link called Linktree. Now, if you click on that, it will take you to a page which will have all of my socials on it. And if you click the top one, which says Ever After High Bloxburg, then it will take you directly to my Discord server where you can join that. So if you're wanting to join the roleplay, you need to click on that, and in the Discord server we have a whole range of things and you can apply to be different characters, you can select your own roles, all of this kind of stuff, and it's just really fun. So yeah, join that if you want to have a little chat or if you want to be in the roleplay. And yeah, this build is worth 1.85 million. Just in case anybody's wondering, and then my bills are I think 5.6k with premium. So if it wasn't with premium, they would be around 10k. So my bills are quite expensive. But yeah, I think it's actually time that we get on with the tour because that's what you'll all be waiting for. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so let's first take a look at the courtyard. Okay, so first of all, we have these really lovely, like, what do you call these? Archways at the front, and then we have these 2 really long green bushes, just like in the photo. And then I thought I would add these cute little benches all around the outside so that students could maybe eat their lunch outside or literally just chill maybe before a class or in their free time. And then, of course, we have the red flags, which is also in the pictures, but my red flags kind of went wrong at the bottom, so don't bring those up, okay, because they're not important. And then in the center, of course, we have the centerpiece, which is this little book to represent all of their stories, and then the Ever After High logo. This is actually also in the picture, and I just thought it was a really cute little centerpiece to add. Okay, then over here we've got another bench and some more flags. I think I might as well tour this little outside area for you guys, so let's go ahead and have a look. Over here we have this really nice stone pathway, just because I didn't want to do this flooring because I think it looked a little bit silly, like leading up to this door. But yeah, we've got this massive glass door and then all of these windows all around the outside. I wanted this room to be very natural lighting, but of course, because it's a royal classroom, we had to have a chandelier in the middle. And we have this really nice glass roof, and I actually did double glass roofs, as you can see, just to make it have a little bit more dimension. And then we have a ballet bar. Wanted to keep this room quite open and spacious because there'll be a lot of students in here, but I just thought we needed a bit of dance equipment to just fill out the room a little bit. So yeah, then we have another door leading into the back, and we have the football pitch or the book ball pitch. Obviously we've got football here. I just got a goal. Woo! That was so cringe, I'm really sorry. Anyway, we have the bleachers, and I'm really actually worried that some students are just going to climb up here and see my stash of Valentine's pillows, because for some reason I think we still have the Valentine's Day update. Like, when is it going away? I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to make these super simple. And then in here we have a laundry room. This is also really basic. I just wanted to make a little space where the students could come and wash their laundry from their dorms. But yeah, so we've just got these long racks of, what do you call these? Laundry baskets. And then some towels, soaps, more towels and soaps, and then the 2 racks again. And then a little wash, dry, fold and repeat sign. And then that's on the other side as well. And then obviously we've got a laundry guide because some people don't know how to do their laundry. So yeah, we won't speak about that though. But yeah, I just thought I would do a really simple little area over here, because obviously gymnastics is one of the classes here, so this is where they'll be doing gymnastics, and we have a little track thingy around the edge of the pitch. So yeah, I think it is time that we actually go inside and I'll show you the main building. Okay, so as you can see, first of all, we've just got these really nice red carpeted steps with like these flags going up the sides of the, what do you call these? Like railings kind of thing. And then we've got two big white pillars like in the picture. And then we have a golden chandelier. Of course we do, coming down. And then we've got two doors, which I made myself, and then two windows by the side of it, which I also made myself actually. So all of this is all custom built. Took me a while. That was probably the biggest part of the build. I'm kind of worried about students just running away though, but you know what? I'm going to trust them. Anyway, my goodness, this is such bad lighting for my character. Anyway, we have these two massive trees here because they're in the photo, and I'm going to climb it actually. Oh my gosh, I really hope that there's not a load of students just climbing those all of the time. But yeah, just two massive trees at the side, and then of course at the top we have the Ever After High logo. Oh my goodness, my dog is like trying to get into my room. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, so over here we have a little seating area with a plant and a bookmark kind of thing. They're meant to be red flags, but I thought because they have like a whole story tale, like fairy tale theme, I thought bookmarks, they look like bookmarks, so I thought that would be a really cute idea. And then of course we've got all of their lockers over here and over here, and then we have more up there, and then of course we've got the main locker room in here. But let's go ahead and look at the walls of this, because obviously you guys are getting a separate tour for this, for all of the lockers, because I think there's around 30 of them. So the first logo that we're going to see is the LGBTQ help team, because if you didn't know, pretty much a lot of the characters in the show are canoned to be part of the LGBTQ community, so I wanted to make sure that that was displayed in the school as well. And then over here we've got a book ball like sign with Daring, Charming and Cerise Hood, and then over here we have the student council meetings with Apple and Maddie. And then on this wall here we have all of their schedules. So as you can see on the royal schedule, we have cooking class, crownculus, royology, I'm trying to think of other ones. Oh, and kingdom management. So that's all of the royal schedules. You can also find information about all of these classes on the Discord server and where they're all held. So that's why you need to be in the Discord server to be in this role play. And then we have the rebel schedule, and we've got spells and hexes, evilnomics, general villainy, history of villains, and then riddling. So yeah, I just thought those were really fun classes to add. And then of course we have free periods, study periods, dinner, you know, everything that you would see in a school. Let's check out the toilets really quickly. They're quite basic. We only have one set of like school toilets in the whole school. But you know what? It's fine. We have them downstairs as well, where the dorms are. But we won't talk about that today, because you're not going to get to see that today. But yeah, all of them just have these gold doors and toilets and toilet paper, of course. And then the girls' ones have like pink and white flooring with these sinks, which I actually got the inspiration from my friend Will over on TikTok. So if you want to go check out his page, and yeah, just give him a like maybe. Oh my gosh, my dog's just, my dog's trying to get out of my room again. But yeah, so basically I made these like little hand soap dispensers, which I thought was really cute. And then we have a little tissue box and some hand dryers. So yeah, that is pretty much what is in both bathrooms. Obviously the guys is just blue, because I wanted to use the typical colours so that people wouldn't get confused and stuff. Because if I did it any other colour, people would be like, oh man. Anyway, so I think, let me show you, actually, no, we'll save the upstairs for later. Let me show you the first two classrooms, which is the Lecture Hall 1 and Lecture Hall 2. But first of all, let's look at these little posters. So here we have Fashion Club with Ashlyn, Ella and Lizzie Hart. And then we have Swim Team, coached by Michelle Mermaid. And then we have Music Club with Raven and Melody. So let's take a look into Lecture Hall 1. Okay, so going into the door, first thing we see is the little desk, which this is mostly the White Queen's room, I'm pretty sure. I think King Charming teaches in here one class, but It's mostly the White Queen's room, so we've got a little white and red seat here with a book, a candle, a little pen pot and a computer, because then they can project it onto the mirror screen, which I thought was really fun because obviously royals, they like their mirrors, okay? They really like their mirrors. So I thought it was necessary to have one, and then of course we just have a normal blackboard. And then if you can see at the top, we have some tiaras and a crown, just to like, you know, add a bit of decoration to the wall. And then we've got these gold panelings too. And then next to the desk, we have this white mirror, because I feel like they would also teach classes about that. And then these are all the desks, which I made them all myself. So they're just like a nightstand, I think you call them, with a basic shape on top and then a basic shape on bottom. So if you wanted to make one, it's not that hard to make. It's just like a rounded cube, I think it's called, with a normal cube at the bottom with the desk on the top. And then we have these little seats where all the students can sit, and each little table has a pen pot and a small mirror, and they are all literally identical because I thought that royals are very organised and like very put together, so I wanted everything to just be exactly the same and super organised. And then at the back we have a clothes station because I feel like dressing up would be a part of a royals class. And then we've got a bookshelf so they can go ahead and grab a book if they've forgotten it in their locker, and then they can take a seat and start learning. And then, of course, we also have 2 mirrors over here so that they can check themselves in the mirrors. And then all around the edge of this wall over here, we have these crowns and tiaras in a nice little pattern. And then on the wall opposite that, we've got all of these big windows, which I thought was really, really cute. And then, of course, we have a red carpet going down the middle. Hello. And then if you look up, we got this big golden chandelier and then this golden paneling going all the way across the ceiling, which I thought was so elegant, and it was just such a royal thing to have in a room. So yeah, that's pretty much everything in Lecture Hall 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lecture Hall 2. Okay, so when you first walk in, let's take a look at Rumpelstiltskin's desk really quickly, because this is where Rumpelstiltskin mostly works. So we've got a little green chair and a little blue desktop, and then we have all the same decorations as the Royals teacher because I feel like they just needed the exact same things. And then we have silver paneling instead of gold and this huge green whiteboard so that Rumpelstiltskin can put as many equations as he wants onto there. Then we've got all of the desks, obviously, with a green carpet going up and all of these little blue seats with black, like, what do you call these? Like stool bits. And then on all of the desks, I wanted it to be a little bit more cluttered than the royal room. I didn't want everything to be so organised, so we just got all of these stacked like shelves on the wall and then just books laid out everywhere because I wanted them to look a little bit more unorganised than the royals because obviously they are more unorganised. And then at the back we've just got 3 windows to let in some light, and then on the ceiling we have a black chandelier instead of a red, not a red one, a gold one, and then the paneling again but in a little bit of a bigger shape, and it's all wooden. The thing I wanted most about this room is probably a bit more wood than the royal one. I feel like royals are definitely more like gold and silver everything, but rebels are definitely more like, we'll just have some wood. So anyways, let's quickly nip out of Lecture Hall 2. You're probably confused about what these lockers are because they don't have names above them, but these are basically all just spare lockers. They are all identical to each other because basically I just wanted a space that extra characters could use, because basically I only have a limit of about 30 characters because those are all the characters that were on the show. I could have made some background characters, but I didn't really want to confuse people. So if people do choose to make their own character instead of using one previously on the show, then they can use these lockers, which means that everybody will always have a locker to go to. And then as you can see on all of the walls, we still have these little bookmarks. So yeah, I think that's everything for this little layer down here. So let's head upstairs and let's just have a look at this hallway up here. The first thing you probably see is these little mirrored areas over here. Well, not really mirrors, they're like little podcasts. So if you didn't know, Blondie Locks has I don't know what you call it, like a little TV show called Just Right, and it's like a school documentary thing, and she posts it on something called the Mirrornet. So this is what these little screens are for. These are the Mirrornet like TVs, I guess. And basically students can just like show whatever they want on there. So obviously right now we've got Blondie and Apple, and then over underneath each of them we've got the seats again. So yeah, and then just these little potted plants next to that. And then we've got more posters. We have Archery Club with Rosabella and Cupid. We have Royal Prep by Applewhite. And then we have Spells Club with Raven and Faybelle. So yeah, let's have a look over here. We've just got some more lockers over here because I couldn't fit them all in the area downstairs. But yeah, I think I'm going to go upstairs next instead of that little area over there. So let's take a look at this little hallway here before we enter Lecture Hall 3. So obviously over here we've got a little seating area again. I'm obsessed with these seating areas. I just think they're a great way to fill up space. And it's just a great place for like students to sit down and relax. We've got this bunting up here, as you can see, in the school colours with the bookmarks again. And then on this wall, we have a Hocus Latte discount poster because that is going to be one of the locations in like the student extra area. And then we have Arts Club, and then we have the glass slipper like promotion, and then another LGBTQ sign because I wanted that to be literally all over the school. But yeah, let's take a look into Lecture Hall 3. Okay, so when you first enter the room, you're met with this floating bookcase. So this is actually the classroom for the character Baba Yaga. She is a teacher at Ever After High School, and basically she just floats around everywhere. So I wanted to use these bookshelves to represent her. And obviously they're all floating with little candles on and stuff, which I thought was really cute. And then the same with some of the desks. Some of the desks are actually floating, as you can see that one at the back. And then I think this one here floats as well. So basically when a student sits on a chair, oh, that's not sitting on a chair. When I sit on a chair, I'm just floating off of the ground, which I thought was a really, really fun idea. Oh, this one's floating too. So yeah, there's loads of floating chairs, and then there's just these carpets literally everywhere. Because in the show, she has like a little, kind of like a chicken coop house thingy, and it just has a load of like blankets everywhere. So I wanted to put all of those into this room. And then we have a green chalkboard and a blackboard, and then her little sitting area where she can sit, and it looks like she's floating as well, except for my shoes are sticking out, so I might have to move that back a little bit. But you know, the idea was there. And then obviously we have the paneling on the roof again. Oh my gosh, you can literally see the lights so clearly. But you know what, just ignore those, and then of course we've got some windows, and then we've got these green curtains just to separate off her area and the students' area. So yeah, I think, oh, and then we just got a little vine wall at the back, just to, because it's mostly a rebel classroom, so I just wanted some vines to represent like the nature side of things. But yeah, let's go into music class, which is our last classroom of the day, but not, oh no, it's not, I lied. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, so this is definitely my most simple classrooms of them all. It's literally, I just could not fill it with much because of all of these little stands. It's already kind of a climb to get through them all, but I couldn't really put it anywhere else. So I put it here. But yeah, we've got all of these little music stands where people can stand behind, read their music and stuff. And then we have this like chalkboard again with a music note on it. And then we have the Pied Piper's area with a pen pot, some sheet music, another like probably like a music book, and then a little guitar for himself. And then I feel like he's a very chaotic person, so he's just got a load of like maybe like lyrics just like pinned onto the wall. And then we also have a poster of the music club again, because I thought it would be really funny if the Pied Piper was promoting his own daughter's thing, because I feel like she'd get so embarrassed. But yeah, and then we have this cupboard where all the students can grab their own guitar. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the music room done. So let's go back downstairs and I will show you the main part of the school, which is my favourite part of the school, and that is the castleteria. So let's go and have a look at that. Okay, so when you first go into the castleteria, you are just met on this kind of balcony thing with all of these tables over here and then over here again. And then we have the mirror net things again on these walls with just some little plants because there was a lot of like foliage in the actual castleteria, so I want to add that into here. And then we have like this teal floor with golden like little squares. And then we've got the same but just on a second level because I wanted it to be very tiered like the picture. And then when you go down another floor, you are at the main castleteria. Obviously over here we've got 2 vending machines, 2 more little things which are in the picture but they don't actually do anything. And then we've got all of the food over here. So we've got some like desserts, some kind of like appetizers. So we've got some shrimps, some meatballs, and then some veggie sticks. And then we've got the main like meat section under this sign that says Royally Rebellious Food because I thought that was really fun. And then we've got these 2 strips of long tables and then just a little table over there for extra seating. And then we have a little drinks dispenser over here with this thing again that doesn't work, but it was in the picture, so I decided to include it. And then we've got a baking club poster, a little Ever After High poster, and then a tray holder so you can pop your tray on it when you're done. Let me quickly nip back up the stairs and show you the other little balcony. So over here we have all of these posters again. So here we have Wonderland Club. Then next to it we have Hair by Holly and Poppy. And then we have Forest Friends with Gillian Beanstalk, Nina Thumbell and Ramona Badwolf. And then we have Dance Squad by Justine Dancer and Duchess Swan. And then we have another mirror net thingy. And then we've got Night Squad by Darling Charming. And then Chess Club with Dexter Charming. So I thought those were just really cool posters because I want the students to be able to do like extracurricular activities because, you know, I just feel like they would definitely do that. Over on this wall over here we have the Rebel schedule and the Royal schedule. I'm not going to be taking you through this door today because this leads into all of the dorms, but right next to that we've just got this little tree area because I thought it was really cool to have that in the actual room. And then of course above here we've just got all of this greenery. I think you can actually see the little cubes that I placed them with to get them up there. But you know what? We won't talk about that. We're not going to talk about that today. Anyway, I think it's time I show you this library right behind me. Okay, so when you first walk into the library, it's kind of a more warm lighting than the castleteria, as you can see. I wanted this to be very like daylighty, hence the clear roof. But I wanted this to be kind of like really calm and relaxed. This is probably where a lot of people will host their extracurricular activities, or they will go into the little place that I'm building that's extra and do them there. But first of all, we just got this little green chair where you can sit, and then we have all of these bookcases which go 3 stories high. And then we have these tree trunk tables, which I think are so cool. I want it to be kind of like more woodland themed. And then on each table, we've got candles and pencil pots. And then on the front of this massive window here, we have a red seat, a pink seat, and this little table where people can like read and stuff. I don't really know. Obviously, they'll be reading in the library. Hello. But this ladder will take you to the 2nd floor. As you can see, all of the books here. You can walk along, you can go over the little thingy over here, and then you can get more books, but you can't climb to the 3rd floor without using this ladder. So it all just depends on which area you want to go to. But yeah, you can go 3 stories high, and then we just got this massive chandelier in the middle, which just adds that element of warm light. And then right at the front, we have this little desk area for the ugly stepsisters, because, you know, this is their room. And they've got some books, a pen pot, and then this like little mirror thingy and a ruler because I thought that'd be really fun to like shush people with. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the library. It's not like got too much to it, but I just think it's such a cool room. Oh, and we've got this really nice checkered floor, which I love. I love like the checkered floors and like the floor details in this build. I think it's so much fun. But yeah, that is all of the library. So let's look at, I think, the final room that I'm going to be showing you today, which is cooking class. So let's go inside. The first thing we see is just all of these little stations. So each station has this kind of like, this line going across with like this bump and it going back down. I thought this kind of looked a little bit like icing. So I made each middle piece darker than the countertop, which I thought was really cool. And then we have these hood things here, because in Ginger's playset, she has like this little hooded oven thing, and I wanted to add that into here. And then on the top of each of those, we've got this white line, which I thought like it resembled kind of like icing, like piped icing on a gingerbread house. And then under each of these, they have lights, but on this one, got a little bit moved out of the way. It was in the center before, so I don't really know what happened. Maybe my finger slipped or something, I'm not really sure. But in the middle of each of these little lump thingies, we've got these golden tiaras, and then in between these two workbenches, we have these like extra like metal ones, which I thought was really cool, just to give the students extra space, because there's going to be a lot of people in here. And then we have a poster for Royal Prep, because this is a royal classroom. And then we have a poster for Baking Club, because obviously they're going to be baking. So yeah. And then on the back wall, we have display cases so they can display their food. And another thing I need to mention is that when students are doing this class, they're given an option to either take their food away with them, or they can donate it to the castleteria, and the students can eat their food. But I think I'm missing a microwave, guys, because there was actually a microwave here before. I just don't know what's happened to it. So, oh, I think I accidentally shifted it along a little bit. Guys, I don't know what's going on with me in building this room, but I will fix that. Don't worry about it. And then we've got fridges at the back with this really big crown and this golden paneling at the bottom. And then the same floor that leads into the castleteria. So yeah, that is pretty much everything for this room. So yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the tour today. Remember, there's going to be 2 to 3 more parts of this build that I'm going to be showing you. The next 2 videos will be the locker tour and the dorms tour. I didn't want to put them into this video because, as you can already tell, it is quite long. But if this has opened your eyes to Ever After High for the first time and you want to watch it, it's available on Netflix, and there's a girl on TikTok called Miranette, who I'll put up on the screen, that has all of the Ever After High episodes linked in her bio. So if you are wanting to watch it, that's where you can watch it. Remember, if you want to be a part of the roleplay, you need to join the Discord server so that you know when the roleplays are happening, and you can apply for a character. Anyways, angels, I really hope you like this build. It took me so long, and I was really excited to show you guys. I love you all so much. Bye!